Check it out, check it out, check it out, y'all. Oh, homie, don't fool around. Take a looky, looky, looky. Oh yeah, so this is, right, we want pizza, but I don't want to eat the pizza because the pizza, you want to be beautiful, you gotta eat beautiful. So what are we looking at here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Well, I took cassava, which is so good for your stomach. It's a root. It's like a potato. It has to be cooked. I believe it can be poisonous otherwise. So they have processed the cassava root and made it into a flour. And then here's this beautiful, beautiful, it looks like this. Okay, there it is, there it is. And I put it in the toaster oven just to get it a little bit warm, and I had vegan cheese on there. I used the white one, not the orange one, because the orange one has wood chips in it. Yes, it does. So it doesn't say that. I think it's something cellulose, but the white one I noticed doesn't. And then I melted that a little bit. I put the sauce on there that I already had, and now I have this beautiful fresh garlic. I have olives. I didn't put any oil on it because we're going to get the oil from the olives. And I got the red and orange pepper. And did I say onions already? And mushrooms. Like, hello, hello. Oh, wait a minute. What am I, crazy? I can't forget the basil. Like, hello, Lisa. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look. No, really, are you looking? And this is legal. Like, this is going to be good for me. I am going to be better. I am going to be more gorgeous than I am right now. Look at it. Look. And all that's all alive. It's going to do my body good, everybody. I could just, you know, I can just look at it. And it's sturdy and it's wonderful. And let's take a bite-sies. Whatever you like. Wow. Wow. It's staying together, okay? Like, the whole time. Look. I'm so happy right now. Cassava is really good for your gut. A lot of fiber. Look. Where'd it go? You know, I realized something. I think it was yesterday. Please excuse me if all of a sudden you'll have to just always remember this every video you may see of mine. Is that I may have something in my hair. I might have something in my teeth. I will definitely have cat hair. And what God knows, I could have food, anything. This is reality TV here at Fry Family. I'll go edit my videos and I'm like horrified that that's what's going on. Anyway, see? I just found a basil leaf on my shirt. All right, so I want to address something here. So when my father was alive, I had this discussion with him about how Jesus said to be perfect, like your heavenly Father is perfect. Well, I've even heard, you know, Mother Angelica, who started EWTN network, say that nobody's perfect. Well, think about this for a second. I'm not trying to make up anything, right? I'm not trying to go off the church and like say something different, but I do want to say, if everybody's saying that nobody's perfect, and yet Jesus said to be perfect, I have a feeling, right, that everybody's thinking, well, throughout our whole lives, right? Like, it's not necessary that we go around continuing to sin. I mean, the apostles constantly tell us that in Holy Scripture is, do not subject yourselves to wickedness, but subject it to righteousness, because in there's eternal life, right? So we have a choice to make. So it also says, this is so genius, man. It also says that we do not have tomorrow, right? Tomorrow hasn't even come yet. So just worry about today, like, right? Like, so you just be in present time, because that's all we have is now, right? So we can't go in the future, and we do not have yesterday. So if all we have is right now, you ready? We can be perfect in the now. You know, I think when we think about like, oh, nobody's perfect, right? We look back in all of our lives and we're like, yeah, it's horrible, right? But Jesus wants us to be perfect. So you can be perfect right now, okay? You can say, right? Because you don't have all of the past with you. Yeah, you are who you are because of the past, and we're moving forward, right? But reality is that everything that did happen is gone. Like, you only have right now. So you, if you are trying, maybe you're in sin right now, maybe you're in mortal sin, I don't know, excuse me. But you, if you are in right standing with God right now, in this moment, you are perfect. Isn't that awesome? We can be perfect right now. I am perfect. I am perfect, and I'm more gorgeous than I was a moment ago after that pizza. Also, I am going to show you what I made. It was yesterday, and I'm gonna make more today. I know, it always looks like I'm eating here, but I'm not. I actually didn't start eating till 12 something today, and I made a drink yesterday. It was so good that the words out of my mouth actually said, what did I call it? Oh, I was drinking it, and I go, wow, now that was a whopping wonder. So that's the name of it. Isn't that funny? Okay, so that's what I made today. I'm learning to drink more of these. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a big bag of kale. I'm gonna buy a big bag of, I got my spinach already frozen, and parsley, and I'm gonna just throw it all in the freezer. And then when I wanna make a smoothie out of it and make all those delicious greens, and oh my gosh, with the coconut water and a pear, you know, just like a sliver of a pear in there, you know, maybe a little bit of fruit, but I am trying to put more, like I put fresh garlic in it and fresh ginger. It's just like, what's going on? What's happening here? It is so good. Yeah, so I'm trying to begin the day with that, and the night with that. So I'm going to show you what I made the other day with Brussels sprouts. Now, when I put it on the stove, it is just to warm it up. You don't even have to do it this way. You could either, I saw the largest Brussels sprout I've ever seen in my entire existence, and I ate it this morning. It was like an apple, okay? It was huge. So you can just eat Brussels sprouts just like that. That's what I do. I eat them like apples, or I'll peel the leaves off, eat it like that. You can dip it in hummus, whatever you want. But this here, I'm gonna put it on the stove just to give it a little bit of a heat, but not to kill it at all. And oh my gosh, I have mastered what it is to have like I don't know if it's a Chinese kind of, I don't know what part of the world you would consider this from, but it's like Chinese food. And yesterday I had put it with some rice, but not today, because, you know, I looked up how rice benefits the body, and it does. It's carbohydrates. Like if you said to Mother Teresa, oh, here's some low carb, you know, food, she would be like, why would I bring that to the poor? Because the poor need carbohydrates, and so do we. But I don't need a whole lot of that, so I am not going to have that. I'm going to put tofu with it. Yes, so I'm so excited. Let me show it to you. I'll show it to you after and then explain what I did. For some reason, I feel like there's something in my eye. I had this problem all day. Whenever you see anything on your Brussels sprout, maybe you look at it, you go, ew, that went bad. No, it really most likely didn't. Just rip off the leaves on the first layer, maybe two, and it's good. Maybe just even just like one little leaf, you know, did the trick, and then underneath it's great. Don't do that. Don't throw it away. And then you can also eat the bottom, right? So over here, I used to throw that away. Like, what am I, nuts? Like, this has got to have nutrition. All of it has got nutrition for us. Do you want to say hi to everybody, Mr. Kitty? Oh. So I took my Brussels sprouts and I like them just sliced like that, okay? And I don't have this on yet. I'm about to do that. But first I want to put in some low sodium soy sauce. And that'll be the liquid that goes in here, because we're not looking to saute it. We're not looking at all to cook it. I'm just going to warm it on a really low setting, like very low. And that's it. And I'll put a cover on it so it'll speed it up. And we are going to have a good time. I'm going to show you what's in here. Oh my gosh. Toasted sesame oil, guys. This is very, very strong. So we don't want tons and tons, but a little bit. This is tahini, okay? And this is sesame seed, all right? And they made it into a paste. This is great magnesium. So I'm gonna take a fork and I'm gonna drizzle it. Oh, it's high in calorie, but it is so good for you. My goodness, grape juice, everybody. If you don't have tahini, you can put peanut butter. It is just as good. Oh yeah. See that? Major fresh garlic. Oh yeah. And now listen to me, okay? You have to. Do not, when I say, I don't even care if you don't like ginger. You have to put it in. You can put a little bit in, but you have to. I have been cooking this kind of way for so long, not knowing that this was the missing ingredient. You've been calling out to me all of this time. I'm so sorry, and I didn't listen. So you have to listen, at least to me. Please grate it up, okay? Grate it, and then get all that deliciousness, and then put it in there. Okay. All right, Lisa. Okay, and now I forget what else I put in there. I got my sesame seed oil. I have my tahini. I have my ginger, my garlic. I'm not gonna really use salt. I need to lose weight and I don't need any more of water, fat in my body. So I think that might be all I need. Maybe a little pepper. All right, I've remembered tofu. I like extra firm. Here it is. Don't mind my cutting board. It looks like it's in a horror movie at the moment. And I'm just gonna cut this up real tiny. I don't want to eat meat, so you don't even have to add this, to be honest. I didn't add this the other day, but I did have rice with it. So, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. And we are just gonna let this, I did put lemon juice from a real lemon on and over the, come on in, mister. He has to learn to push the door. And I have to teach him how to shut the door too. I put it on the tofu before I put it in. I was looking for lime and I guess I didn't have one open already. Okay, now we're just gonna leave that sitting just for a little bit. So I have some of an onion growing. I put water in it sometimes and then sometimes I don't. I have to get it into dirt eventually. I'm gonna put some of this in there too. Ha! See this here? This is thyme, but it's not really thyme, you know what I mean? It's lemon thyme, yes, at one of the farm stands I go to, but it's dead. So I don't want to just throw it away. It dried up just like you would if you were buying your herbs and spices. So I did put a little bit of that in there, just a little sprinkle. And like I just showed you, the scallion thingamajiggies. And yeah, You know, in my smoothies that I like, I don't even know what to call them because they're transforming from fruit, mostly fruit. 'Cause that's how I started my journey, was all having that fruit, and it made me feel so alive, so good, and it actually was healing me when I was feeling sick. And now I'm trying to venture off into definitely adding my fruit because that is so good for you, and especially pineapple. It's so good for you. It's more vitamin C than an orange. Like, hello. So, but I've been putting my sea moss. Now, I get it from The Healthy Life on YouTube and my friend Marcus. I'm looking over there because there's a picture of him. I keep him near me. It's good to do that for inspiration, you know? So you just have these quick glimpses like, oh yeah, like that's who I am. You know what I mean? Like in case you might forget. But I put the sea moss that I order from him, and it's dried. And then I'd just be so much better off, really, getting it in like a powder form. But I just like the fact that I'm looking at the sea moss. Like, it's proof. It's like, sure, a container can say whatever it wants, fine, hopefully that's true. But when you have the actual like sea moss and it's all like a sea creature, it's just, no matter how I slice it or dice it, it's just, but at least it's getting in there, you know what I mean? It's just disgusting. But you only need a tiny tad, but I freeze it now because when I leave it in the refrigerator, I sometimes just forget about it and then it goes bad, and this stuff isn't cheap. So I think it's $27 a bag. So, and it just lasts for eternity. It does. All you need is a tiny, like when I say tiny, like this much in a thing of water, and then put it in the refrigerator. And I leave it in the freezer now. I just cut pieces off and I add that every other day to my stuff here. And I just love being creepy with all of this. I do. I love it because I'm just eating nutrition and I'm fired up on this. Now, maybe some people aren't, and I you know, everybody's got their own thing, you know, but this God and love and yeah, so it's really, really good stuff. So tonight I'm having Linda over tonight. Yes, I said that twice, didn't I? Tonight I'm having Linda over tonight. And you know what else? You know what else I have been watching? I'm so into it right now. I got to try to find the guy's name. He's Amish, but I think they shunned him, and he goes around interviewing shunned people, I think. And I just was so motivated. That's what I think I need. I think I'm going to be on the lookout. I'm going to see what God thinks. I would like to maybe marry an ex. Well, he could still be a convert, right? An Amish convert into Catholicism. Could you even imagine what? Like, they're just so hardworking. And like, I was watching the show about this couple, and this husband, he was so focused on his life and his daily duties, and that he totally conversed with the guy, you know, but you could tell he was in the zone of just doing his life, you know. And so was she. She was the same way, his wife. And it just propelled me so much to, like, I whipped out I've been meaning to do, like, I have so much sewing to do. And I said, okay, let me at least put it out near the couch. But then I put it out near the couch and it still wasn't getting done. And I'm just like, you know what? I put that on. I banged out like 5 pieces of garments. One of the pants that I have on right now. And I'm thinking I should throw them out and getting really holy. Get it? And I'm like, no, I'm going to, the Mishlik in me, the Catholic Amish person, I don't mean the religious part of it all, I'm just saying the hard work, came out. Oh yes. And I said, I can fix those. And I did. And I wore them. And yes. And so it motivated me to like look at things around my house. And I'm like, well, why do I just keep waiting? You know, I think a lot of American people, I don't know about everybody, I'm just saying that they're lazy. I'm sorry. I know I've been blamed for that by myself. I just think that a lot of people are lazy. And when I look at the Amish people, they are not. And not that I want to do exactly like they do, but I appreciate it. And I want a husband who is going to be on board with me in working this land, our life, and my friend, I mean, they're tiny now, it's just crumbs. But look, my friend Linda made these seeds into a cracker. Huh. Yeah. So, yeah, it motivates me to just move. I just like, Lisa, get up, go put that thing away. The Amish people would do it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Telling you, you got to constantly create, right? Whether it's in a friendship, in a marriage, your relationship with God, of course. But with this food stuff, I said, you know what? Before I put this hummus away, I just want a tiny little bit that I went like this on a fork that I was mixing all this stuff up with, so it had ginger on it. I don't know if it's in the stores. Ginger hummus. Oh, that's coming for me. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna take one. I need to make my own because I think there might be some oils in there that aren't so good for you. But before I do that, I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna add ginger. Oh, ginger is so good for you. So stay tuned at the Catholic Unschooled what this is going to taste like. I wish there was a thing called smell-o-vision because you're going to love this. Maybe I could just take orders.